This Thai style marinated whole side of salmon. Once you've done it once, you will be bringing this dish out when you have friends over or lunches. It's delicious when it's just come out of the oven. It's delicious cold. Um, I will give you the quantities for a whole a whole side. I'm actually only doing half of a side. So don't actually think that the amount of stuff that I'm putting in is the same as you. So I will, yeah. Anyway, I'll start. So I'm starting the day before so that it can marinate overnight. Or you could marinate it first thing in the morning, and if you're cooking it in the evening. But I would say it needs at least 3 hours marinating. You can't really over marinate this. I don't think. I don't know. I've never tried. Sorry, I'm waffling. Into a mini blender, you will need two lemongrass, roughly chopped. I've only taken the very outer leaves out. You don't have to be too precious because the marinade is going to be scraped off before you cook it. A 3 centimetre piece of ginger. Again, you don't need to take the skin off. You'll want two garlics. They go in the chopper. The other ingredient is coriander, and this is a great use of their stalks. Oh, I don't want the blue tie. So roughly chop the stalks. Again, for 4 people, you'll want to use 1 big bunch of coriander. So the stalks can go in some of the leaves, and save the rest to dress it with afterwards. I'll run through all of the ingredients tomorrow when I actually cook the salmon of how we finish it off. You will want about 100 ml of dark soy sauce. I'm going to put in about 50 ml. There we go. Blitz that up, and then I'll show you how to prepare the salmon. Line a baking tray with foil. This is what we'll eventually cook it in, but there's no harm in marinating it in the same tray. I'm always one for saving on clearing up. You leave the skin on the salmon. Just run your fingers along it and check it for bones. No bones. And now we just simply pour the marinade on. Always use more at the fatter end and spread it all over, and then cover it up, and it can go in the fridge overnight or all day if you're doing it in the morning, but frankly the longer the better. Okay, so that all just sits on top, all that gorgeousness. Right, see you tomorrow. Before I actually grill the salmon, I like to get all of the finishing touches done first because it all comes together very quickly. I've got some coriander, which I've just roughly chopped. There's some spring onions. I'm putting it all in a bowl. I just want to talk to you about chili. I also do sprinkle it with chili. So I've got one of these fat chilies, which aren't too spicy. The one thing I do with chili, and it is taking my life in my hands, is that I do always have a little taste of whatever chili I'm cooking with. Otherwise, how on earth do I know how strong it is? In fact, this one just tastes like a pepper, but I know as I slice up it and I introduce the pith and the seeds, it will become spicier, but that is a heat that I'm happy to accept. The other things to get out ready are you'll need a lime to finish it off. You'll need some toasted sesame oil. To cook it, you're going to need some honey. And just to confirm that, I've just had a slice from further up that's got, in fact, I didn't even have a seed, but it's got the, like that sort of the white membrane, the pith bit. The heat is now coming, but it's not blow my head off. So I'm going to finish slicing this and I will add it to this bowl of the other bits that are going to be sprinkled over the top. Preheat the grill to high. You're going to scrape off the marinade that's been sitting on top of the salmon. I'm just going to, the marinade will go in the bin. And you also don't need all of this. So this, all of the soy sauce, you can just drain all of that off. The nice thing with doing that marinade, I'm going to use my hands now just to make sure that this is cleaned off. It doesn't matter if there's little bits left, but I'm quite fanatical. Preheat your grill to high. The salmon is ready. Take the honey. I'm not giving you measurements because I'm only cooking half of a side. Hopefully you'll be cooking a whole side, but maybe you'll be cooking half a side. But you just want to drizzle it like that, just across. It's not a huge amount. That's it. The piece of salmon I've got isn't particularly thick or particularly big, so I'm going to put it onto the grill for 5 to 7 minutes. I'm actually going to check it after 5 minutes. In it goes. This has been in for 5 minutes. I've shown you before how to check if fish is cooked. I'm actually just going to put this in and hold this against my lip. And actually it's stone cold. So it's going to go in for another 3 or 4 minutes, even though it was smoking in the grill. This has come out the oven. It's now had 7 minutes. I'm going to check it. Lovely. It's just warm. That will be the perfect temperature. I'm just going to leave that for a minute. I just want you to see though, because I was concerned because it was smelling of burning. It will smell of burning. You can see the sort of the burn, but it's because we've cooked it with honey. It's going to smell of burning. Don't be frightened as long as you check it regularly. Time to finish this bad boy off. It can be eaten straight out of the oven or a couple of hours after the oven, or you can make it the day before. This is what, because I love it the next day. I don't like to have it like piping hot. You want to have it at almost just room temperature. So now, and I have no qualms at all in serving it in the pan because we're going to make it look really beautiful, and just use a couple of forks to break it up. Oh, it's all right. Nobody else is eating it. So just break it up, and I can see that it is lovely and pink in the middle. Do not be afraid of pink salmon. It's just slightly pink. It's going to carry on cooking. It's still warm. So I've broken it up. I'm now I've got my lime. So I'm going to squeeze on this one half a lime. If you've got a whole side, you'll need a whole lime. Lime juice. Toasted sesame oil. And then sprinkle it with all the salady stuff that you've got, the spring onion, the chili. Oh, look at that. And the coriander. It is heaven. It's heaven. It smells gorgeous. We're going to have it just simply with some new potatoes, maybe some green beans, maybe not green beans, maybe just this. There is on my website, there is a recipe for new potatoes with an Asian flavor, which I actually invented specifically to go with this. Here we go. Look at that. Asian grilled salmon.